touches us fondly, and we feel very angry, very dissatisfied with Geoffrey Ruku. Now, Geoffrey Ruku bill, which is the Demonstration and Assemblies Bill, must be rejected by all the Kenyan people, because it is not just about being unconstitutional, but Geoffrey Ruku is a rented person. He is only the face of the criminals in the State House. Remember, Ruku brought this bill in 2023 in post maandamano that were being led by Raila Omole Odinga and the anti-finance bill 2023. Now, when the pressure became too high on him, or maybe his sponsors failed to pay him in time because there was a return of peace in the country, Ruku set aside this bill only to bring it after the Gen Z uprising. We feel that Ruku disrespects Kenyan, and the person who has rented Ruku to go and present this bill, we even heard, Ruku talking on TV the other day, saying that the bill is going to the second reading because he had already conducted public participation. Public participation, where did he carry out the public participation? So this is an anti-people bill that must be defeated. If it is not defeated in the floor of the House, we will defeat it on the streets and defeat it in our judicial system. Because you cannot tell me for a fact that the state, the Kenya Kwanza regime, is meant to actually protect the innocent protesters in the street and protest the property. Ruku wants to tell me that the organizers of demonstrators should be held criminally accountable or civil accountable when there is distractions in the street, while the Constitution of 2010 in Kenya actually brings it out clearly that organizers of demonstrators like ourselves should only notify the police, not to seek permission, and also notify the police to provide security. When did providing security become a responsibility for the people who are organizing demonstration or demonstrators themselves? It is impossible to say that Buka will be slapped with a fee of 10, 20 million because there was some destruction of the property. Because we hold this dear to us. Who is mobilizing us in the street? It's not Buka mobilizing people in the street. It's not organizers of it is President William Samoei's failed policy that is organized. Like now, Ruku himself, Geoffrey Ruku, he's the one calling for demonstrations for next week. Because if there was no bill, we will not have gone to the street. But I think for the ruling class and these rich people, they think we wake up in the morning and say that it is going to be a beautiful moment and we are going to the street because we like to go to the street. Going to the street is not a picnic. To go to the street is to parade our bodies in the street. We can end up being killed. We can end up being arrested. It is not fun to be on the street. We are on the street because of the failed policies of the Kenya Kwanza regime. So if there is anyone to be held responsible by the silly Ruku's bill, is none other than the people who continue to enforce anti-people policies in this country. So we hold that clearly. We are very angry that Ruku is even saying this. I think he doesn't think much. He's saying that the police should set up demonstration zones. So they take us somewhere in Uhuru Park and give us a corner to demonstrate the whole day. First of all, Ruku does not understand that we go to the demonstration to disrupt peace, to disrupt order, because diplomacy has failed. We are going to the streets to tell the Kenyan government that things cannot run normal, that diplomacy has failed. But now, if we have demonstration where Ruku and his goons want to only restrain us in a corner somewhere to demonstrate the whole day, is actually to send a chilling moment, not just for the organizers of the demonstrators, and also to make our demonstrations ineffective in the sense. So we reject the possibility that we can be restrained to only demonstrate in only a single location in Nairobi. That will not be effective. It will not be a demonstration. It will be a picnic organized only by this government, and we reject it and the bill must fall on that case. The other issue is when people go to the street and put on masks, Ruku thinks that we like to put on masks when we are going to the street while the police and the government is killing us. These young people are going to the street, they're being abducted, they're being tortured. So when they put masks to go to the street, you want to criminalize that. First of all, there is no way that the Kenyan Constitution and their drafters even demonstrated to us that we can enjoy the undeniable rights in the Constitution and without preserving the privacy. We can enjoy the right of freedom of association, even in our private affairs, and making sure that our privacy is protected from the criminal gangs in the state. So this precedent, this one will fail even in the court of law, because there's even a precedent that was set up in the Hong Kong courts. Remember, during the wave of violence in Hong Kong, the government in Hong Kong tried as much as possible to make sure that they can identify the organizers and the demonstrators, or just with the same, with the same mindset as Ruto's people, to kill them after that. But the Hong Kong ruled in court that that law must fall. And for that precedent, even this Ruku's nonsense will fall in the judicial process if the boat crowd in parliament allows it, to pass. Another issue is notification. How can you tell us that we have to give you 3 days to a maximum of 2 weeks? So if for example, a child is killed, we go and give the police 2 weeks to demonstrate in the street. What kind of nonsense is that? We will demonstrate when it is hot, not when the police want us to demonstrate. So the drafters of the Constitution did not foresee the police limiting the people's rights. If the police want to limit our rights, they must go to court or go to parliament to limit our rights. But the police has no power at all to limit our rights of association and freedom of engagement and assembly. This is what we are reminding Ruku's, Ruku and his friends in parliament, that this bill must fall. It is anti-people, it is unconstitutional bill, and if it happens that it goes to the courts, we will fight it with a very protest. And also, I know for a fact that a case has been raised in High Court to challenge Geoffrey Ruku's nonsense, and it will be defeated there. But if it is not defeated there, Ruku must expect to meet us with his sponsor, William Samuel Ruto, in the streets. Now,